This is BBC News with the latest headlines for viewers in the UK and around the world. A battle between President Macron and the left as the French vote in parliamentary elections. The British Transport Secretary accuses union leaders of punishing millions of innocent people by pressing ahead with rail strikes later this week.
It just seems the union is determined to go out on strike, the RMT, come what may. And I think it's a very sad situation. I call on them to reconsider.
Western leaders, including Boris Johnson, warn Russia's war against Ukraine may go on for years and support for Kyiv must be sustained whatever the cost. And America becomes the first country in the world to approve the use of mRNA COVID vaccines for babies. Hello, welcome if you're watching in the UK or around the world. Polling stations have opened across France in the final round of voting for parliamentary elections. At stake is control of the 577-seat National Assembly, where the Liberal Party, founded by President Emmanuel Macron, has held sway for the last 5 years. And here he is, he's just voting in Le Touquet, and he has placed his vote. We saw earlier Marine Le Pen and Jean-Luc Mélenchon, his two main rivals in the presidential elections just 2 months ago, also placing their votes. The situation with the presidential election was that in the end Emmanuel Macron won with a fairly decisive victory, but Marine Le Pen had a lot of popular support, and it was predicted that the vote may have been tighter than it was in the end, but the issue at stake there was the cost of living, and French voters voicing concern that Emmanuel Macron was not focusing on it in the same way Marine Le Pen was, and it's very much the same issue this time around in the elections for the Parliament, the National Assembly, and it is anticipated that potentially Emmanuel Macron may lose control of the Assembly. There is a left-wing alliance led by Jean-Luc Mélenchon, who came in third in the presidential elections, and that alliance is taking a lot of the votes, and it's anticipated that potentially Emmanuel Macron loses control of the Assembly, which would obviously have implications for how he gets his policies through. So that's him voting in Le Touquet. Our Paris correspondent Hugh Schofield told me more about the battle facing Emmanuel Macron's party.
It's a big challenge.